Hey Rich, how are you?
What's up, man?
Fine, very well. I got your book recently. I've been reading it. I'm about like a couple chapters in. It's really good. Thank you.
Good. How old are you,
So,
by the way?
yeah. Okay, so pardon?
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 18.
You're 18 and you're asking about having children.
Yeah.
All right. Is your girlfriend
Okay.
pregnant? Is that what you're dropping on me?
No, 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 no. I
Okay,
don't
good,
date.
good, good. All right. So what's the kiddo
So
question?
okay, so your content has really helped me with red pill awareness.
Mhm.
And even before that, one thing that my dad would always tell me was one of the main ways you will like the main way you can ruin your life as a young person is to impregnate someone, by mistake. And even if that doesn't happen, a lot of women nowadays you run a lot of danger with divorce and with raising children. So my question to you is supposing like because I want to have a son eventually one day, maybe when I'm 35 or 40. Supposing like I don't know, maybe this is ignorant to think right now, but I would raise him alone or just like raise him in a, I know it will be ideal to have a two people household like a mom and a dad, but
Mhm.
supposing that wouldn't be the case, if it's just me raising my son, could that have any side effects on him?
Um, Children are always going to do better with a mother and a father raising them. Always. There's absolutely no question about it. You're sending your kid off in society um, at a significant disadvantage. Not to say you can't do it. I mean, 43% of households today are single parent households. So most kids are being raised by a single parent, and by that they mean the mother. So you're going to have the struggle of, well, how do I acquire custody of this child? Like you're basically talking about raising the child by yourself. So you either need her to give up parental rights, which you probably won't do because she'll be enriched by being the parent from you and from the government, or you have to have a surrogate. You're gonna have to hire a lady and basically buy an egg. Do a little magic under a microscope. Somebody does it for you, and they plant the egg in her, and boom, you've got a baby 9 months later.
Mhm.
And she's under contract, so she has to give it up. So she's just a surrogate. She's like the oven that you bake the bun in, sort of thing. So there's that. But I mean, you're asking an interesting question for an 18-year-old because I mean, you're saying that this is really something 17 years down the road for you, 17 to 20 years down the road for you, which it should be. It's totally fine. Um, so so here's what's important. Live where shared custody is by default. There's states, if you go to Wikipedia and you search on Wikipedia for shared custody states, find out what states by default offer shared parenting in case there's a divorce. So at least that way you don't have to fight on that, or it's an easy fight. Okay. And then you
Okay.
live there. You live there. So that's one thing. Two, be fully red pill aware. Like, make sure you're not watching YouTube as a red pill masturbator, just watching people's channels, or even worse, looking at entertainment shows where it's like, you see these guys that bring on like these drunk entitled chicks and they're fucking like, let's make an example of them. That's not red pill awareness. That's watching bratty bitches, behave badly. That's what the TV show should be called. Bratty bitches behaving badly.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're fully aware, like you've got frame, okay, when it comes to women. Like I was talking earlier at the start of the show about like serious advanced levels of frame. Like I have guys that are in my community that like have a date lined up, and if she flakes, they're like, that's it, you're done. But they got like 8 other options in their phone right there and then, right? So they're in a very good position. So being properly red pill aware, having good frame with women is very, very important. It's probably, if I'm being honest, if it comes to a marriage, the way marriage is operated in North America with Canada and the States, it's probably one of the most important things. Having a good prenup, making sure that you're her hypergamous best, so she's always looking up at you. These are all really important things. I've got a course that I'm going to put together on all these things, so it'll be available. I mean, you don't have to worry about this in the next 17 years, dude. But it's
Yeah.
a very good question.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So I've heard about the surrogate thing, and I've like still a long time to come. I've really considered it, but I don't know if they're how would you say? Because the reason I don't want to adopt, and I don't care if this hurts people's feelings, is because that's kind of cuckoldry. You know what I mean?
It
I
is.
want to have my kid with my DNA. I want to pass my name down the line. You know, I don't want to have
So,
someone else's kid.
so, so here's the thing. I mean, you're talking about surrogates, you're talking about like a single parent household. But what happens if, during the course of your life, as you're chasing excellence, you're starting to make some bank, you've got some social influence, you throw some more muscle on your frame, you learn combat skill sports, like all this sort of stuff, and you level up and your SMV starts to increase. And all of a sudden, all these hot women are throwing attention at you. You're spinning some plates, the cream rises to the top. What happens if at like 35 and she's 27, she's getting close to the epiphany phase. She's like, I totally dig your vibe. I'll do anything for you. She's all over you like a fat kid on cake. You've got her wrapped around your finger. She loves you to bits. She wants to have children with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just throwing it out there, right? What if?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of questions that could come your way in the next 17 years. It's good that you're asking them, certainly entertain them, but don't let any of that trump, you finding a purpose in life right now. Because
Yeah.
that's the most important thing. Worry about kids later. I mean, you got lots of runway for that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Because just one more thing I wanted to ask. Oh yeah, just kind of two questions. So the first one is what do you think about, because I've heard Andrew Tate say this, how like for example, let's say, like, I mean, maybe if you're a Muslim, you could be married with multiple women if you can support them, like, financially. But
Yep.
supposing you weren't religious, what do you think about the idea of like you being a man of like having many women that are loyal to you once you're a high value man? What do you think about that?
It's not as easy as you think. Like Abu American, he's on Twitter, is his handle, and he's got a YouTube channel. He's Muslim. As a Muslim, you can have up to 4 wives, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But he's been divorced 12 times. So he's got 2 wives right now, and he's got, I think he said 12 divorces behind him. So like there's some sorting through women that you're going to have to go through. And the more women you have in your life, I'll tell you right now, the more complicated your life is going to be. I know several guys that have like exclusive relationships with several women, meaning they were exclusive to him, but he's not exclusive to them. And he's got 2, 3, 4 of them. In some cases, they have children with them. And they all have shit that they got to deal with, with these chicks. Like, you invite multiple women in your life, you're going to have multiple problems from multiple women. They've got, they've got friends each, they've got family each, they've got drama that comes up. They're on their own menstrual cycle at different times of the month. It's not easy peasy. It's not like as easy and simple and fun as you think. Sure, you're going to have some variety, and sure, you can, raise the pimp hand high, sort of thing. But there's a cost that's associated to it. And really, you can't pull that off unless you're like in the top 0.1% of men out there. Okay. Like the top 1% and lower, you got to be in that category. Like, you have to make serious money. You got to have serious game with women. They have to have the ability to look the other way when you go and do what you want, when you want, and be okay with it. Right. So all that stuff's really, really important to understand. It's very, very complex, but I mean, like, you're not even there yet for that. So it's a very like lean into the future question.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Rich. I'm very happy with the book, and I'll be
Do
done
me a
with it.
favor. Yeah, when you're done the book, guys, leave a review on Amazon and let
Yeah.
other guys know what value that you've gotten out of it. So it's available on Amazon, print, Kindle, and Audible. I narrated the Audible myself. Just check it out and leave a review. I mean, that's what this podcast playlist is based on. So if that makes sense. All right, brother.
Yeah. Actually, I have a YouTube channel, and I've recommended your book. I haven't like said what it's about, but I've recommended it many times. It's very good, Rich.
Excellent.
Thank you.
All right, man. See ya.